G'day folks, welcome back to The Altars. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, we got a second opinion on the issue that is facing all of the altars and how to potentially cure them of this brain disease that they're all experiencing. And unfortunately, people are divided on the solution. It is some kind of a microchip that needs to go into them, which obviously opens up the avenue for the corporation to then monitor these altars, which, I mean, I can understand where everyone's coming from, but the alternative to that is to create the tabula rasa version of ourselves, and I think a lot of people are very unhappy with the moral implications to that as well. Anyway, enough of me blabbering on. There's a bunch of people who want to speak to us, so we should actually do that. Botanist is having a tough moment in the dormitory. Okay, well, why don't we see if we can check out what's going on?
Oof, I do not.
Oh, hang on. Maybe I'm not checking out the right thing here.
For a brief second, I believed it was all going to be fine. Now the only thing waiting for us is death.
Yeah, I suppose there are a lot of these...
You know, in times of crisis, it's good to focus on positive goals, dreams even. I think we should all create a bucket list to take our minds off this.
We can try.
Yeah, so we could sort of listen into a lot of this stuff if we wanted to, right? Like, they're not full-blown events, but you can get a sense of what's going on.
You treat people like goddamn tools. Well, I'm not a tool, so you better show some respect.
They're arguing again. Okay. Show us our scan results. Some altars don't like that the scientist is in charge of their medical documentation and think he and Yan are making up stories to conduct experiments on them. The technician demands access to their scan results. Okay. So I can make a decision here. That's very interesting. Request is absurd. Wasting time to explain the scans to others is counterproductive and insulting. The scientist will spend the rest of his day writing a description of the scans instead of doing research. Oh my god, alright. It is pretty punishing. Or we can just simply not get involved. I think everyone deserves to know what their scans mean, though. So, I can do that. Yeah, that's fine. Let's have a chat with the scientist, though. I know he wants to say something to us. Oh, yes, the shepherd's axe, which the botanist claimed to have packed, but we don't actually have it, so...
Hey, can I ask you a favor? Isn't that what you do all the time? Yeah. Well, this is not mission related, not directly anyway. That's not helping your cause. Right. Do you remember that road trip to the mountains we took with Lena just after we met? Of course I do. We took a lot of unnecessary risks getting into that old pickup without giving it a proper checkup first. What were we thinking?
Well, we were young.
What can I say? Youth. Nice excuse. Makes me wonder what a miracle it is for so many people to survive that stage in life. Yeah. Anyway, remember the shepherd's axe Lena bought us there? A silly souvenir just for laughs? Please, don't remind me. I need to recreate it. Really? Why?
You're the only one who can help me.
Look, I feel bad about that. But I know I can rely on you even when you're pissed off at me. That's what makes you special. All right? Go on. Let me put it straight. I need help. And of all the altars, you're the only one who can give me the right answers. That's not an unusual situation. So you have questions about the axe. You see, I forgot what it looked like exactly. Wooden handle, steel head, folk ornaments.
About the head component.
But are you sure the head was steel, not iron? It was a cheap toy, so guess you could be right. But it looked quite hard. I'd know for sure if I could see it. That's the whole point. We don't have it. Right.
About the handle.
Yeah, about that handle. I think it had some kind of a floral pattern carved on it. Floral? Are you sure? I thought it was more like a zigzag. Oh.
And those ornaments.
About those ornaments, it had these red woolly pom-poms attached to it. Do you remember how many? 3. That I'm sure of. But I don't think they were red, Jan. More like magenta, wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, this isn't helping.
Damn, this is not helping. And I thought you'd be the perfect guy to recall technical details. Well, maybe we don't quite agree on the definition of technical details. Now, if you'd asked me about the pressure in our tires before we headed out, or the details of the dissertation I was in a hurry to submit before we left, you'd have gotten them immediately. But a toy axe? I didn't exactly analyze it, if that's what you expected. All I remember is I looked like a fool holding it in that photo Lena took. Shit, you're right. There was a photo. It's a shame I got rid of it. It was a good decision, if you ask me. Well, that settles it then. If I can't help you, no one can. Just let it go and get your mind back to important things.
Well, Lena could have that photo.
Lena could still have that photo. Lena? Jan, is that what it's really about? We're in a shithole here, and all of a sudden you feel like flirting?
No, it's actually just about the axe.
Relax. I assure you all I want to do is recreate that axe. Don't worry, I'll take care of more urgent matters first. Well, in that case, do whatever you want. Just don't waste my time.
Okay, and speaking more important things, we've got those chips to try and produce, right? So we have, like, some of them already. Or actually, no. We don't even have all of them. I think the radiation filter can wait. We could probably create the implants first. So how many do we need? I think it's like 7 in total. Or actually 6 in total. So I'm gonna need more materials, obviously, to try and get things done. I'm sure we'll get there. Let's have a chat with the miner. So he's in the contemplation room. And that's a good thing, actually, because he does need to chill out for a bit and not work so hard. Can I actually go in there? Maybe not. So maybe while people are in the contemplation room, you can't exactly interact with them. Oh, hang on.
Hope you make a decision soon enough, and the right one.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he just wasn't close enough. So, how's therapy this time?
So, how was your session this time? Shrink bore you with Dad again?
Actually, no. We talked about someone else.
Oh yeah? Who?
You.
Really?
Yeah. It was kinda interesting, you know? I realized I never asked you, how are you holding up?
Just having the time of my life.
Having the time of my life. What do you think?
Yeah, he said you'd joke about it.
The shrink did.
But deep down, you gotta be scared. we were wondering how we'd feel if we were in your shoes.
And?
And, then this stupid thought came to me, and I just couldn't shake it off, you know?
What was it?
Well, if I were in your position, all I'd think about would be, what would Dad say?
Seriously?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Here I am, a grown man on a humanity-saving mission, light years away from home, and still waiting for my old man to barge in and give me shit for no damn reason. Like a little fucking boy. Do you feel that way too?
I mean, we left the house, right? So... But I think having a second, like going with a second response might make him feel better. Yeah, what am I doing here?
I guess. Sometimes I feel that I'm not good enough. Whatever I do, however hard I try, it's like, what am I even doing here?
I hear ya. Looks like that son of a gun planted this fucking insecurity in us. But you know what? The shrink did say one smart thing.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
That it's, no shame to be weak. Sometimes, anyway. And, if you're strong enough to own it, then you're not weak at all. In the eyes of other people, or something like that. It makes sense when he said it.
Okay.
So, what it boils down to is that I've got two things to say to you. One, I don't think I want to work my ass off like a moron anymore.
I'm all for it.
Good. I'm all for it. And now, what's the other thing?
You know that day when Dad yelled at us for ruining our soccer shoes? I just want to say, that was a pretty damn good goal we scored.
Yeah. You're right about that.
Nice. That was a lot of positive emotions, actually. You learned vulnerability. It takes strength to admit to a weakness. The miner taught you that allowing yourself to be vulnerable makes you more honest and approachable to others, and it brings relief. Fantastic. Alright, and the shrink is in there as well. But don't really need to speak to the shrink right now. We do need to speak to the technician though, right? So he's already out in the organics outpost. Can we speak to him there? Actually, that's one thing that I haven't exactly tried, is speaking to people while they're actually out doing work. I just hope that the miner is still, you know, actually doing some form of work though, right? Actually, speaking of work, firstly, I just want to check on the tasks, make sure that we don't have another, or we no longer have the task about, you know, assigning the miner to the contemplation room. So the second Rupidium arc, prepare the feast. So I really don't understand how to complete this. I thought we had already been completing feasts already. Do we have the dock in there? No. Got a few medals going. Let's put the dock back to the kitchen. And yeah, the scientist is out for the entire day. And then we've got the private research stuff, which he needs to do. Blast from the past. We're working on trying to get this axe. We need to speak to Lena about it. So we'll do that. But I think we need to prioritize these chips. Okay, cool. Which means I should be able to reassign these folks. They don't really need to be in the contemplation room anymore, right? So let's put the miner on minerals, because that's what we're really low on. And then the shrink, I think we can maybe place him on... Do we need more metals? Just look at the botanist. Botanist can probably work on the greenhouse, and then we get the shrink on the workshop. So we've got a lot of raw foods at the moment, but I don't mind getting some more. We've got a lot of organics to try and use up. I mean, we probably need to save some organics to leave, but I'm not too fussed about it just yet. Okay, so let's leave, and I'm gonna see if we can have a chat with the technician at the organics outpost, and then we'll see what happens from there, because my assumption is that this might begin the whole like tower operating thing that we need to do, the neutralizer towers. Okay, apparently we can't speak to him though. Maybe we have to wait until the end of the day. In which case, I will now need to decide on what to work on. Got some shallow minerals over here, which I could try to get to. There. Oh, that is so weird. Yeah, okay, sometimes you get stuck on nothing, which is a little bit annoying. Rapidium. I suppose another thing that I could do is to start considering getting like that second Rapidium arc. Yeah, I'm just not entirely sure if I really need more ALX. Suppose I could convert it. Okay. Not enough energy. That's fine. I'm not about to waste a battery on it, so... Okay, so... yeah, maybe it's not such a bad idea to go with some Rapidium. And we can try to get that second arc. Maybe we can do everything, you know?
There's another
anything more to do here? Should I move there?
Sure, yes. If there's some base maintenance to do, we may as well. Okay, radiation's in. Let's stop here. Let's head back. And let's just take a look at what's required for the second Rapidium arc. I forgot how much Rapidium we need for that. It's 120, and then, well, 100 minerals is also required, which is quite a lot if you think about it. The materials, the minerals, that is. So, we have the implants. We need a couple more. What I'm gonna do is have a chat with the technician first. And then, if we've still got a little bit of time, we can continue working at the workshop, I would say. Someone's been tinkering with the TUR.
I noticed some tools lying around the tour vehicle. Looks like someone's been tinkering with it. Wasn't you, by any chance?
So what if it was? I need to stay sane somehow. Holding a heavy-duty screwdriver in my hand calms me down. Even if I know driving that screw in won't change anything.
Well, we're ready to move on.
Looks like we're ready to move on.
Really? Now? You're not seriously suggesting we head out into that big, hostile cloud of sand with everyone basically on the verge of death? We have no idea what's in store for us, or if there'll be any resources out there. No way this base is moving without a fully healthy crew.
Okay, right. So we need to heal everyone first before we're going to be able to leave. So, I thought there was a requirement for us to have at least 4 people free to be able to operate the towers. Alright, let's see. I think what I want to do is just go to the workshop. Social room is out of order at the moment, apparently. But I think the botanist will get that fixed tomorrow. Actually, we may as well shift the botanist to work on organics. And then we can have the technician doing repairs. Yeah, so that's much better, obviously. Okay, done, and let's go to
You
bed.
can see those towers started taking shape. They actually make it out of here.
Hang on. I am looking for the captain's cabin. We are way off.
Evacuation functionality.
Oh, and I do want to have a chat with Lena about this axe. I can probably do it when we wake up. Seems like we still have a bit of time. Threat of a rebellion. Again.
Another lovely day with a breeze.
I guess the scientist is now sort of rebelling? Let's have a chat with him. You wanted to talk?
What's on your mind? I just wanted to give you a friendly push.
What about?
The health issue? We're running out of time. I strongly suggest you get to work on finding a cure for us.
I know. I'm working on it.
I know. I'm working on it. Then double your efforts. The others are becoming restless, and I can't say I blame them.
Restless? You mean?
Just take care of it. before someone blows a fuse.
Okay. Let me take a quick look at how everyone's feeling. Yeah, Technician is very rebellious. He's frustrated. All things considered, it's just 2 of them. But they all count, so we're gonna have to try and do something sooner rather than later. Let's have a chat with Lena about this axe.
Jan? Hello?
Lena, hey. I just wanted to call to say thank you again and ask you about something personal.
Okay, what is it?
Remember that road trip we took to the mountains? Just after we hooked up?
Mm-hmm.
We borrowed a car from your uncle and...
I remember. What about it?
Remember that axe you bought me?
Remember that shepherd's axe you bought me?
It's kinda hard to forget.
There was a photo.
You didn't by any chance keep the photo of me holding that axe? I'd really like to see it again.
That's a strange request. I'd have to check.
Sure, just let me know if you find anything, okay?
All right, I will.
Thank you, Lena.
Talk soon.
Sweet. Alright. So, assuming that might take a little bit of time. So, I think I can continue working in the workshop for a little bit before the
Should I resolve
shrink starts his shift.
Rid of you.
Oh, okay, yeah. He started his shift now. Yes, let's get you researching.
All done here. Should I help with this now?
What do you want to help with? Rapidium? Sure, yeah, let's go with Rapidium. And... just thinking here... did we ever get another qubit chip? I'm just trying to see if we have the ability to get another altar. No. Okay. And how's our research going, in fact? Ah, yes, okay, so he's already on the private research, which is good. Yeah, so he is going to be free after that. I don't exactly want to spend my planetary samples on anything that requires just the one. Okay, so let me review our assignments again. The shrink is on the workshop. Rapidium, organics, and minerals. No one's on the metals. So I might actually work on the metals myself. That should help us sort of speed things up a little bit as well. Okay, let's take a look. I think we've got all of the implants that we need, right? And yes, we only need the 6. The scientist has something to say to us.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
I suppose... okay, we need to give the implants to the scientist. I see, I see. Yes, you can take care of the metals outposts. I don't mind that. The shrink is in the workshop, but there's nothing to do in the workshop, no? Oh, more radiation filters. Okay. Well, you can work on that, that's fine. As soon as he's done, though, I think we're going to shift him to do something else. I've prepared an alternative solution.
Hey, so... I'm guessing you received instructions from Lena about an alternative solution to our problem? I want you to know that I have those implants ready. A nanoparticle treatment, yes, that's smart. But the device itself, highly questionable. It would mean exposing us to Ally Corp.
It would mean professionals supervising your treatment.
It would mean Ally Corp professionals supervising your treatment. You do have faith in their scientists, right? Actually, if I had faith in them, I wouldn't be on this mission. I volunteered because they were making a mess of my inventions. Look, I can clearly see why Lena tucked you into this. She has no idea what's going on here. We're just an abstract problem for her. But on an empirical level, I'm not so sure it's a good idea.
Look, anything's better than Max's solution.
Anything's better than Maxwell's solution. Are you sure? Because in this case, we'll all be giving them access to our brains, Jan. Do you really need to be a scientist to understand what that means? I'm just not convinced it's safe to expose ourselves like that, considering there are other options. What if it concerned you? Would you inject a tracking device for convicts into your own brain?
If it was the less unethical option, yes.
If the only other way was to sacrifice another being, yes, I'd be willing to take the risk. Very noble. But it's a choice you can only make for yourself, not for others. So, you think we should go ahead with Tabula Rasa? All I'm saying is that you should decide responsibly, with the potential consequences for all of us in mind.
Man, I don't know what I don't know at the end of the day and what the implications are going to be. But we've already gotten this far, so I think I'm going to go with the implants.
I'm pretty sure I want to go ahead with these implants. Your conviction is rash, but I'm putting the mission first. So, if it really is your final decision, I'll follow through. You should be prepared to face less civilized reactions than mine, though. Leave that to me.
But I thought people were
Still,
not happy.
I won't be able to start the treatment at once. I'm not an expert on nanoparticle meds, but I do know we need to give the healing agent time to mature before it can be used. How much time? 3 days, according to the instructions from Lena. But we can't linger more than that. Once it's ready, we'll need to call a meeting and communicate your decision to everybody. Okay, good. Let's go for it then.
Okay, well, we're locked in. And apparently I can still make a tabula rasa in the QC. But seriously, it's like everyone seems unhappy with one solution or the other, right? Like, no one wants to be the guy who says, yep, let's experiment on another being or utilize another being just for their brain tissue. But then at the same time, everyone's sort of not happy about having their privacy violated. So, yeah, you can't win. So, what are we saying here? So, in 3 days, people may be extremely unhappy and therefore something could happen? Possibly. I'm just looking at what we might want to produce. An automatic outpost might not be such a bad idea to try to make before we even, you know, leave this area. We can make some more implants, don't know why we would want to do that. Let's make one of these. And yeah, we've got more pylon components as well, which we could use if we're still sticking around this area for a little bit more. I'll work on... I was going to say the workshop for a little bit, but I guess maybe the shrink is happy to do all of that work. I could do more food. I'll get the dock on food. And I'll just queue up like another feast. And that means I'm free to hang out at one of the outposts. Rupidium outpost.
I'm done here. Want me to take care of this now?
Sure. Okay, we've got a call incoming. I know it's a little early to be calling it quits.
Lena?
Hey,
I found them. Our old photos. Talk about going back in time. There's one that might interest you. You're waving the shepherd's axe like some mad caveman. You look so chipper in it. I almost forgot how big that smile of yours can be.
huh.
Made me wonder, you know, knowing what happened later. How little it took for us to go from those happy times to fighting with each other. One moment, you're smiling so broadly holding that axe, and the next you're smashing it to pieces on our kitchen table.
I regret it.
Yeah. I know. And I really wish that never happened.
Of all the things I ever gave you, you had to bring this one up. Why? It was cheesy, it was worthless. And it brings back a whole lot of shitty memories.
Thanks for doing this.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah, it was harder than I thought, but I'm doing my best to support you in this crazy situation. And I can handle a sleepless night or two. Anyway, I'm sending you the photo. I hope it helps.
Thanks, Lena.
Take care, Jan.
Yeah. Talk later.
Okay, so... got the shepherd's axe. Okay. Pozdrowienia z Tater. Tater? Hej. Hey, probably. Yeah, probably butchering that. So, what do we need to do to recreate the axe then? I guess we just need to make it in the workshop? Yes, okay. Gather everyone in the kitchen in the evening. Okay. Alright. So is that ready? It's not the evening just yet. So I could possibly work on this axe for a little bit. Okay, let's do the feast.
Hey, is that what I think it is? My trademark hunter stew. No way. Big Oss? It fucking smells like heaven.
You mean the characteristic stench of sulfur decomposing to hydrogen sulfide in fermenting cabbage? May reek of a dirty diaper, but it's proven to work wonders for your gut microbiome. And like all sour foods, It cheers people up. I always serve my hunter stew at parties. And they were damn good parties.
Nice. Very good. Hopefully people are pretty happy about that. So I'm seeing some
Are you sure about that experimental therapy?
sour faces, but I was planning to hopefully just watch a movie with everyone and make everyone feel a little bit better. And we've got a couple more of these movies to watch. Let's do Body Swap. A witch performs a body swap on two guys to teach them a lesson.
A body swap. A mysterious old crone made Michael live as Paul, and Paul as Michael. But
Pass me
now
another
they
beer,
swap
please.
back.
Cheers.
Are their lives forever changed?
So, now you see what fools you once were. Have you become new men now that you've seen the world through another person's eyes?
Yeah. No, yeah, totally. All right. Now that that's over, we gotta talk. Yes, talk. Your body is so weird. Exactly, yours too. I didn't realize that just being a little shorter would be so disorienting. Being left-handed for a second was nuts. I didn't know Inksmere was such a thing.
Hey, but could we talk about how you were fools and how you realized how difficult the other person's job was in its own way?
Yeah. Dude, colors. Oh my god, colors. Colors! Oh my god, colors. Like, I looked through your eyes and all the colors are different. I literally wasted the entire first day, didn't go to your daughter's piano recital, because I was stuck staring at this patch of grass that I knew was green and everyone would agree is green, but inside of you it looked like what I would call blue. Does that make sense? Yeah, totally. Like, I finally put back on your wedding band and the gold looked green. It really messed up my sense of, like, objective reality. Which of our reds is, like, the real red? I feel like both of them are, right? If we both can point to a thing and then agree that it's red, then it's red, right? I don't know. Big thing I realized, I don't know a lot about science.
Ha! But also, if we could bring it back in, you have come to understand your lives in earth-shaking new ways, right?
Yeah, I'm probably a better person. Mm-hmm. Whole new man.
I knew it! Yes, please, regale me with the wondrous things you've learned.
We will. We just swap bodies, though.
No, I understand that.
Actual bodies. Like, think about that. Like,
But,
no, think about it. Think about it. Like, actual literal body. Think about that. Think about that. Dude, you taste differently. I used to love salmon, but salmon was so gross in your mouth. Blueberries sucked in your mouth. Vision sucked in your eyes. Everything was just so blurry. I feel like you need glasses, man. No, it's not that bad. No, it's bad. It's not that bad. I just get a little bit of, like, screen fatigue. I don't think it's screen fatigue. I look at screens all the time. Okay, maybe I look more. I don't know. You should get Flux on your screen. What is it? It's this app that you can get where it's time to, like, the sunset, and then it adjusts your light. I think it goes from, like, a blue to an orange base, like a tungsten. Okay.
Paul, you thought that web was going to solve all of your problems, but now you learned that happiness is found with...
Dude, have you talked to anybody about that, like, little twinge in your abdomen? Oh, that flagged for you? Listen, I don't want to, like, worry you about it or anything. I would just talk to a doctor if I were you. Again.
Michael, what did living in Paul's body teach you about your relationship with your, say it with me, father?
Man, your body is so fatigued.
Come on!
I don't let myself fall asleep. Like, I'll
So
start watching
stupid.
TV and then, like, another episode. Well, I got you a consistent 8 hours every night, so see how that affects your sleep cycle. Okay, thanks. Yeah, I'll try to keep that going.
We're talking about sleep. This is just like third after weather in traffic.
Oh, dude. Hey, not to be weird, but... Oh, same page. Nice dick.
All right, you know what? Forget you guys. I'm just gonna go back to my cave for another 300 years, studying the stars, reading smoke signals to teach you two idiots a life-changing lesson. I'm gonna talk about the friggin' size of your dicks.
It's not even a size thing.
Oh, seriously? What a waste on you idiots! You'll never know how hard this was for me. Wait a second. Yes, you will.
You're shitting.
Now you fools will finally see. Oh, your blue's my brown.
Right?
Yeah, that was good.
Absolutely.
Good
body
towards the end.
positivity, But I feel disgusting.
Fantastic. Well done. Well done. I like that. Everyone liked that. So, everyone
I don't
seems to
feel
be a little
comfortable
bit
about
more
someone
cheery. I mean, the technician
tampering
still
with
looks
my
pretty
wedding
angry, though. Are we ever going to get rid of the rebellion that he has? Like, I don't know. Yeah, he's still pretty frustrated. The majority of the altars are looking okay, though. Time for bed, though. So, it does say that we still have the option for the tabula rasa, though, so I don't really know if that's something that we should be looking into. The clock is ticking. Wait for the meeting, choose the implants.
Maybe you should reconsider.
Or, hang on. Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Would we be able to do the tabula rasa and then, like, convene everyone, and then, you know, whoever wants the tabula rasa treatment can do that, and then the people who want the chip can take the chip? Is that a thing? Quantum computer... Why is there smoke coming out of this thing? I don't know what to think, guys. Where's the tabula rasa? Oh, here. Creates a biological vessel without any awareness for the purpose of brain cell extraction. Ugh. Like, will they be absolutely upset that we did this? I don't know if we should or not. I'm confused. Find a solution for the mysterious sickness. Yep. So we've got a couple of days to wait before we are able to do that. Focus time. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I just needed to step away for a moment. Okay, so let's maybe focus up on gathering some resources. We need to wait a couple of days before we can do anything. And look, I might leave the tabula rasa creation for, well, I mean, if we really need it, we'll have to do that eventually, but I think we can leave it, and, well, I'm gonna have to, you know, deal with the consequences of my choices. I mean, it did seem like everyone was against it initially, except for maybe the scientist. About that feast you prepared.
That feast you prepared, you were right. It did everyone a lot of good. I'm glad you appreciate the importance of such things. I have to say, it was a pleasure for me too. I guess I just like making people happy.
It takes your mind off of your own problems.
It's a fine way to take your mind off your own problems. Or to realize how unimportant your problems are in the face of real human tragedies. You may think I'm out of touch, but I seriously believe a man's purpose can only lie beyond himself. Otherwise, he will always live like a caged animal who has never experienced the call of the wild.
I think I prefer it when you cook.
You know what? I think I prefer it when you stick to cooking. You should see me in my charity soup kitchen. Ingredients were almost as scarce as here, but me and my helpers always cooked up something special for the locals. Want to know my secret?
Breaking stuff?
Breaking stuff? Not quite. It was Mom. I wrote to her a lot from the other side of the world, asking for advice on how to tweak her classic recipes so that they could be made with, well, foreign ingredients. She taught me how to be a magician even in the humblest of kitchens. Wait, Mom, wasn't that after she was sick? Right. But she got better. So, you're saying there was a way to help her? Well, it came with a price. What price? A long story, man. But She's alive? I mean, in your awareness? Was she still alive when you went on this mission?
Yeah. She called me the day before the launch and wished me a good landing.
Didn't she get better in your life? No. No, she didn't. You mean she's gone? I was gonna tell her how it went if we found rubidium.
Damn. She'd be proud of you.
I'm sorry. You won't be able to do that. None of us will. But she'd be proud of you. You know that. Proud. This is some kind of cruel joke. Joke? Come on, man, what are you talking about? My efforts, my struggles. Seems they were all pointless.
Yeah, so I remember reading how he had to make that choice of whether or not to prioritize giving medical attention to his mother, and he decided to do that at the expense of, you know, his oath, and there was that mentor that he looked up to as well, who stopped talking to him, right? It made you who you are.
That's not true. Whatever you did, it made you who you are. That version of Mom, you know, it lives in you through your memories, your recipes. And they're not pointless. Thanks to them, you were able to give us an unforgettable feast. Isn't that like bringing her back to life? And look, you've done it twice. You should be proud of yourself. Thanks, but it's not so simple, Jan. I mean, I'm glad to have these memories, but what? I think I'd just rather not talk about it. I think I need some alone time.
Darn. Alright.
Want me to take a look there?
Workshop, sure. I wonder if we should get the doctor to work with the shrink to sort of talk about stuff. Now, speaking of this, the shrink, I haven't actually read the entry, the life entry for the shrink, and I think we should, just to give us a bit of an idea of where he's coming from. Perhaps understand him a little bit better. So, yeah, we've read the branching storylines. 24 years old, a numb piece of rock. The news hit you like a car crash. She's gone. Your mother. And you didn't help her. What the hell were you thinking? So consumed with self-righteousness when she needed you. Who have you turned into? Are you even human? Or is Jan Dolsky just a numb piece of rock? 25 years old, in the wilderness. You stop for a rest and take in the view. How can the world be such a beautiful and brutal place at the same time? After months in the wilderness, you still haven't come any closer to an answer, or to quenching your guilt. 26 years old, you missed people. You gasp with pain, your leg, it's broken. This is it. Can't continue on your own. You'll have to let these people help you, take you in. They seem all right. A bit spaced out maybe, but somehow you feel safe around them. Maybe you just missed people. 26 years old, the guilt is gone. You wake up from a deep, restful sleep. Last night was a mind-bending experience. Another one, but this time you feel different. Cleansed. Your ego is gone, and with it, your guilt. All your fears and desires, so simple here with them. Your true friends, your amazing lovers. Everything is easy. Now you know. Treating the body is only the first step. It's the mind that needs healing most of all. 28 years old, restless in the city. The city seems so noisy. You become restless here, so many thoughts rushing through your head. Focus, Jan. Concentrate on the lecture. You have a goal now. You just need to put some effort into it. Remember that every experience opens your mind and brings you closer to becoming a great therapist. You just need to figure out a way to pay for the next semester. 29 years old, an honest artist. You try hard to think of the buyer. Just express yourself. Be an artist. The money will come. It's honesty people appreciate. They don't want to be lied to, like in therapy. Yeah, you should relax more. At 32 years old, everything is relative. Your patient talks about losing everything, her job, life savings, a marriage. You could be sorry for her and feel guilty about having more business after the financial crisis. Or you could be glad that you're there for her, providing support. Everything is relative. Why did it take you so long to realize that? 33 years old, attentive to all your needs. Friday night is your favorite time of the week. The whole weekend ahead. So many things that can happen. There's no better way to improve as a therapist than to keep your own mind healthy and be attentive to all your needs. Let me just have a look at that again. Maybe he's a bit of a swinger or something. 34 years old. Territory worth exploring. So it's decided. The sponsors are on board and the community is over the roof about your initiative. And to think that all you wanted was to make some buzz. But now you realize that maybe this territory is worth exploring. If only out of curiosity. Project Dolly. Here you go. One of the first members of the mental health program. You like the thrill of being a pioneer, and something tells you that you can really make a name for yourself out there. Very interesting indeed. It doesn't sound like he's got like too many regrets aside from just feeling bad that he's, you know, successful, I suppose. So let's take a look at our assignments, because we do need to sort of power through the next 2 days. Do we have stuff happening in the workshop? Yes, the Shepherd's Axe is coming along. Let's take a look at the base. The base doesn't need any repairing, so that's okay. And I'm just thinking about materials we have. We've got metals, we've got a healthy amount of everything, to be really honest with you guys. If anything, perhaps maybe it's the base itself that we should play around with. And I think maybe now is a good time for us to start thinking about building individual like bunks, right? Personal cabins rather. So I'll need to build 6 of them to accommodate everyone, is my assumption. I think this is paused, right? Like, if I get rid of the dormitory, I should be able to just move that there, and I think I'll move storage down here. We'll get another elevator in. I'm sure we're gonna need the elevators soon, but I suppose maybe I could do with like additional, like less wait, I suppose. But let's not rush into it too quickly. Yeah, let's do personal cabins like that, and then... Yeah, I think things are working out here, so... We'll just do... Yeah, we need a few more metals. So production, let's do refinery, ALX to metals. And I should be able to work on that. Be nice to take a look at the personal cabins to see what they look like. Actually, wait a second. Did I get rid of all of the dormitories? No, there's still one more dormitory, which we need to try and get rid of.
All done here. Should I help with this now?
Sure, you can work on that. That's fine. So, frees me up to be able to actually do some construction here. So, let's get rid of the dormitory here. Yeah, so that should give me back some materials that I need. There. Okay, so got 6 personal cabins. Everyone should be very, very happy about that. I don't mind maybe shifting that up there. And then I'm just having a think of where other things should go. So I reckon we can maybe tighten up this this base a little bit. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I suppose I can leave that there. It's okay. So the next question, though, is whether or not we want to get anything else, right? The Rapidium Arc. Could be a good idea. So do we get to choose who stays in which personal cabin? A personal cabin is a private room belonging to one of your alters. He will sleep and spend some of his free time there. After spending time in the personal cabin, the alter will get a small emotional boost. Nice.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
They all look identical, though. So... let me take a look at what people are doing. Refinery, nothing queued. The doctor can go back to, I would say, the kitchen. And we may as well queue some more food, because we've got all the necessary materials for it anyway. And then he'll start making some more mush, which is good. Greenhouse, we've got plenty of raw food. And all of our outposts are operational. So we're actually looking really, really good. There's a storm about to come in, though, so I'm a little concerned about that. I reckon maybe what we could do to prepare for that is to just get ourselves some additional repair kits. We've got 5. I think maybe we can do with a couple more. And then I can set up some automation after I'm done. So I do need to have a chat with the botanist about the axe. I will probably do that a little bit later.
All done here. Should I help with this now?
Base maintenance. Is something broken? Oh, a couple of things are broken. Well, we should get the technician onto that work, so... And you know what? He can...
All done here. Should I help with this now?
He can do base maintenance as well. I don't mind that. The quicker we fix everything, the better. I just want to leave the base to see if we can check out the enriched metals deposit. Might see if I can just place an automated outpost, but the other problem is, how do I ensure that we have space for stuff if things are automated? If you guys catch my drift, because I might have trouble with like inventory space. Oh, that was really lucky. Let's connect this. Oh, and it's already connected as well, thanks to the hub pylon. That's really good. So can I, like, control what happens here? Okay, so there's a switch. Do I have to come out this way every single time I want to switch it off, though? Or is there a way to switch things on and off remotely? We might have to come out manually and, you know, switch it off that way. But that's okay, because we can simply fast travel there. The alters have gathered in the research lab. Oh, what's going on? Here.
And that's how we know the scale of the mutation.
That's it? A few brain pictures with randomly colored areas? This is a joke.
Thanks for appreciating my hard work. I loved spending a whole day on this.
Right, yeah. This is a continuation of
That's it then.
the request to see the scans. Yeah, that didn't seem to make everyone happy though, so I'm a bit disappointed that we spent so much effort on that. Alright. I think what I'm gonna do is, now that we're getting some enriched metals in, we should actually try to do like metals and organics. Uphold. Maybe uphold 5. Does that mean, I think, as soon as we reach 5 enriched metals, someone will come here and actually work on that. Which I don't mind. And I think I pretty much just want to end the day, if we can, but I want to do it productively, though. Everyone's stopped working. A lot of them are in the social room. Alters are reading the bucket list in the social room. Interesting.
I wish I got to swim with fish around the coral. Sounds nice.
as long as sharks don't decide to join in. On the contrary, the sharks would be a nice addition.
Are they all gonna take turns or something?
I wish I got to try Para Jokes?
Parahodas. Them leaves coated in dough and fried. I heard they're an incredible delicacy.
To drive a race car. Huh. I see the appeal after many days cooped up in here.
Man, you have no idea.
I wish I got to be a dad.
Ooh. Yeah, botanist.
I wish I got a chance to mentor a group of young, promising scientists. That's me, of course. I wish I was never born in here.
That's probably the technician.
What are you all staring at? Did I ruin your party?
Jeez. Oh man.
You got a point. This was inappropriate.
Yeah. Okay.
Talking about shit we won't ever do. How is that supposed to help?
Yeah. They all didn't like that, unfortunately. Alright, I'm going to sleep, and I reckon I'm going to end the episode here as well. So, we have one more day to go before we get everyone together and, you know, tell them all to get the implants. And I'm a little nervous about what that means. I suppose maybe tonight we should have, like a... Oh no, there's a magnetic storm. I wouldn't mind having like a movie night with everyone just to, you know, keep their spirits up, but it'd feel really bad if the social room shut down in the middle of it. So, yeah, anyway. Let's address things when we come back. I've obviously put a couple of people onto base maintenance to make sure things are still working as they should. And yeah, I'm looking forward to what people think about the medical solution that we've come up with. Cheers for watching, guys. Hoping you're enjoying things. Drop me a like down below if you are. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.